Welcome back to the channel and thank you for tuning in. In today's video, we are doing a complete altcoin analysis. Now, before we get into the altcoin analysis, make sure to check us out on our main YouTube channel, Mega Whale Crypto, where we post daily videos of Bitcoin focusing on the facts, the data, the technical, and the structural information. No hype, no BS, no emotion, pure raw TA. And if you're interested in more of that kind of content, you can join us on Telegram. That will be the first link down below. You'll get access to charts, updates, videos, educational posts, news events, and everything you need to stay in the loop with cryptocurrency, with Bitcoin, and the relevant economic news. And if you were interested in taking your trading to the next level, you can join us in our VIP group where we post trading setups with exact entry prices, exact targets, exact stop losses, trade justification, exclusive analysis, and so much more. You'll also get access to all of our group chats with over 700 members, our trading chart and education chat, our daily video, help, news, and trade setup chat. So you can find out more information about our VIP in the pinned comment of the free channel by clicking my name, or these two links showing you a video inside the channel and a 50-month trading track record by the first link. Check it out, guys, and let's dive into the altcoin video. Okay guys, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. We are taking a look at both Ethereum and the total altcoin market cap on the weekly, the daily, and the short term. Starting on the altcoin market, we can see our weekly chart. The key levels we are paying very close attention to will be our $1.13 trillion level. This, of course, is the 2021 all-time high. And our dead cat bounce region, which ended up turning into a yearly level of resistance, now testing as a level of support, sitting at the $840 to $810 billion level. In essence, if we are able to sustain above the $840 billion level of support, it is very likely we will eventually see a continuation to break through the $1.13 trillion level and enter the next leg up for the altcoin market on the macro. However, if we do see the price action lose this yearly level of resistance, we will very likely see the price action see mean reversion back towards that 200 moving average as a consequence of deviation from this yearly range. Very important stuff. So the question is, what are we watching out for and how can either of those scenarios play out? Moving down to a daily chart, we can see here on the daily, the RSI representing momentum has been decreasing ever since we saw that initial retest at 1.13 trillion being the 2021 all-time high, and of course our second retest again at 1.13 trillion, the 2021 all-time high. We can see that momentum has been falling. Ever since these two retests, momentum has been aggressively dropping and the price action has retraced from our key trigger point back towards that yearly level of support. As we can see on the RSI, we are coming very close to another retest of this trend line. If the RSI is able to break and close above this trend line, that may mark the beginning of a potential reversal for the total 3 market cap and could signify that the altcoin market as a whole might get another moment in the sun, or at least a moment in the spotlight where money will rotate back into alts and altcoins will go, move toward the upside for quite some time. Now, that could be a matter of weeks, it could be a matter of months. We'll have to analyze that as it does develop. But for us to be confident the buyers are stepping back into altcoins, we need to see this daily momentum flip positive. Again, if we take a look at this visible range here, this entire period of price action since that retest, momentum has been negative. So if negative momentum, it signifies that the sellers are in control. We wouldn't expect the buyers to regain control and push the price aggressively upwards while we have negative momentum. We need to wait for that momentum to flip positive, which will then act as a leading indication that at least the sellers are exhausting at these levels, and thus the probability for continuation upwards dramatically dramatically increases. Let's move down to the short term. As we can see, the price has been consolidating between the daily 200 and the daily 50 EMA, very similar to that of what we have seen here on the 12-hour chart for the Bitcoin price action, compressing between the 50 EMA and that 200 moving average. So we can see the market as a whole is seeing a degree of strong consolidation at these points before what was expected to be quite a strong reactionary move. If we move down to a 4-hour chart, we can see over the course of the last 2 weeks, which is where we've had this moving average compression, the price action has been moving directly sideways between a key resistance at 940 billion and a key support at 850 billion, just above that 840 billion major support level. If we take a look at the measured move, which is the depth of the channel applied to the breakdown point, the breakdown expectation, if this horizontal low is lost, is going to be 770 billion, which would result in that yearly support being lost and the altcoin market suffering a stronger pull down. Whereas if we break toward the upside, we are going to be continuing well into the $1 trillion region, resulting in a breakout on that daily RSI for the total 3 market cap, again signifying a bullish rally which will likely continue back to the prior highs. So you can see how this key horizontal level of consolidation is going to play a massive role in dictating where the altcoin market is going to go on the macro chart. That is what we're watching out for. Now, one more thing before we move to Ethereum, you're probably wondering why the altcoin market cap is up so much. Again, if we take a look at this from these low areas, up around 200%, but most altcoins are down considerably. Again, the reason we have seen this is because the altcoin market is a representation of the entire amount of money in altcoins, excluding Ethereum and Bitcoin. If we take a look at the supply of altcoins, essentially the amount of altcoins available there are this cycle, it has massively diluted the supply. So there is this $893 billion worth of money spread across 1,000, even 10,000 more altcoins this cycle than what we saw last cycle. We look at last cycle over here, even at these similar prices, there were probably only around 2,000 to 3,000 altcoins at that time. We have now like probably at least 20 to 30,000 altcoins on exchanges alone, if not, 100,000 altcoins that were taking these meme coins people are creating. So the supply has massively diluted the space, which has resulted in the individual altcoin performing on more of a situational basis. We'll see money rotate in and then money rotate out quickly. More of a rotation cycle. So will we see a traditional altcoin season as what we saw in the prior cycles? With the current supply, it is unlikely. Will we see periods of time where all altcoins do well? Yes. Will we see periods of time where specific altcoins massively outperform? Most definitely. So that is the altcoin analysis. So let's move over to Ethereum. If you are looking for a new exchange or just want to support the channel, sign up to BitUnix with the link down below. You'll get a lifetime trading fee discount of 15%, which can build up to 45% based on your trading volume, as well as access to a bonus reward center, and of course, all of the exclusive campaigns we run on this exchange. You'll also get access to BitUnix being a non-KYC exchange, meaning you can sign up from anywhere in the globe without regulations. And most importantly, I only promote exchanges I trust and I use. As you can see, I trade on BitUnix very regularly, being the highest VIP level with over $500 million in trading volume for the last 30 days. And lastly, if you were interested in signing up to our other 2 exchanges, BingX or BitGet, you can also do that via the links down below. You as well will get the 15% trading fee discount and everything else that comes with it. Go ahead and sign up. Thank you for supporting. Let's jump back in. Ethereum, keeping it nice and quick, similar levels on Ethereum. The key horizontal levels we are watching are our 4,000 trigger and our 2,000 trigger. Essentially, a break above here, we go to new all-time highs. A break below here, Ethereum's basically wrecked, okay? Mega wrecked. If we look at this chart over here on the daily, we are, of course, waiting for that daily RSI to break out. Upon the breakout of the daily RSI, we would expect a break of that 4,000 to happen sooner than later after that RSI were to break out. Of course, that is going to be the weekly analysis. Let's move over to the daily chart. As we can see here on the daily chart, the price action has been dropping quite aggressively, seeing a massive liquidity grab into 2000. Now, over the past 24 or 48 hours, we have seen a pretty large sell-off for Ethereum. Now, this sell-off was a consequence of the Bybit hack where $1.6 billion of Ethereum was stolen. Now, as you know, even though these hackers did not particularly sell the funds, people sell in anticipation of what may happen in a future period. So obviously, an exchange gets hacked, funds get stolen, people think the people will steal, who stole the funds will sell it, so they try to sell the asset ahead of these people selling the funds in anticipation of a potential correction, which never happens, and then they rebuy the asset back up. So that's why we've seen this dramatic sell and this dramatic rally as a consequence. So looking at the price action, very similar to that of the total market cap, we are sitting between a key horizontal and a key horizontal support. A break of the range high will in turn result in a measured move playing out, which could take us back into the $3,000 region. I'd even be watching potentially 3,400 region, whereas a break of the range low could result in this large wick being filled toward the downside where the price then consolidates and then continues upwards from there. So for Ethereum, I'm not watching too much more over here other than that 4-hour channel. I'm watching the range high, I'm watching the range low. On the daily chart, we are more or less watching to see how the price again responds to these horizontal levels. We can see already that momentum is starting to trickle upwards, which is a good sign. We have got these resistance levels here from our prior bear market resistance, which we are still challenging as resistance. We of course need to break through there. Again, breaking this horizontal range will in turn result in a breakout of that horizontal region, which will result in a continuation upwards. And of course, like we said on the weekly chart, we are zooming out massively and watching that RSI in the many, many weeks to come. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a fantastic day. We'll catch you guys in the next one. See you then.